Evening guys and welcome. Bit of a strange one this. I am going to put a suggested horse up, but the video is more about what I haven't put up. I don't always get time to put up regular videos, so I have bets in the book which I haven't been able to share with you. I don't want to be the guy who brags about his wins after the race, so I am going to try and catch you up. So here's the ones that I haven't put up in videos, but have backed. In the Supreme, I did manage to get 7 to 1 on Old Part Star. He's now best price is 15 to 8. I have had a few pokes at this race, but if this fella wins, it will cover all the stakes with a little bit over. If one of the longer shots hits the frame or wins, of course, then I could still do very well. In the race that should be called the Friend Winter and not the whole Garden Wine something or other, I've had 2 bets. One is Kislar at 20 to 1, and it's still 21. I'm not sure on this one. I think it would need to be very well treated to win. The other is Saratoga at 14 to 1. It's been heavily backed. It's now down to 9 to 2, 5 to 1-ish. I can't say whether I've done well there until the weights come out, and I've a gut feeling that there could be something handicapped to beat it. In the Ultima, I've backed Jericho to Repine at 33 to 1. He's now as low as 6s, but he's a general 9s. I thought I was on a good thing with this one, but the handicapper was extremely generous and has dropped into a mark that allows him to run in other races. And I think he's gone favourite for one of them, so although I've beaten the book, on this occasion I have probably got the wrong race. I love the horse and I think he stands a good chance wherever he runs. In the unlikely chance that someone from the McManus outfit is watching, please put a good word in for the Ultima. It's not the money, you understand, I just hate the thought of putting a line through such a lovely price. In the Turners I've had 2 bets. One is Bossman Jack at 66 to 1 for the Skeltons, and he's still 66 to 1. He looked good in his bumper but hasn't set the world on fire hurdling. If he goes, he could run well, but in all honesty, I don't think he will run. The other is Act of Innocence at 25s and 33s. I had him in mind for the Supreme, but I cashed out when Old Part Star set the world on fire, and it became obvious this boy would either step up in trip or not run at all. He's into a best price of 12 to 1, and he's as low as 7s. If Old Part Star wins the day before, and the Hendo team are rocking, I have a feeling he will shorten even more. In the Browns, I'm on a horse called Wendigo at 20 to 1. That's looking decent on the back of Final Demand's defeat in the DRF. He's now 7 to 1 with several of the other horses shortening for this race. I'm still firmly behind Final Demand though, but this isn't the video to talk about that. The next one is Quixelos, who I've taken at 33 to 1. He's now 16s. I did mention him as a possible each way in my Queen Mother Champion Chase video, but I didn't say I'd had a bet. In the Champion Bumper, I've backed a horse called Oh My Word at 16 to 1. He's drifted to 20s and there's a very good chance he won't be running. The Mare's Novice, I couldn't have got more wrong. I put up 3 and none of them will show up. Luckily it was only the small stakes and I did get a little bit back on cash out. But I am a glutton for punishment, so I've gone in on 2 more. La Conquier at 16 to 1, which is still available. And despite me showing reservations about last year's Champion Bumper, I did get on Bambino Fever at 6s. She's now down to 7 to 4. This was a pure value bet. I had a feeling it was short and I was right. A little bit like Old Part Star, Bambino will leave me up on the race if it wins. In the mares, my original selection isn't running, so I've looked for a bit of each way value. I have no idea who will run in this. I have gone on Take No Chances at 25 to 1. It has come into 16 to 1. I won't know if that's value until we see who runs here and who runs in the Champion Hurdle. In the stayers, I'm on 2 of Henderson's. Impose Etoile at 12 to 1, who's now available at 14s, so that's not ideal. And Doddy the Great at 100 to 1, who's shortened a little but not a lot. With my original selection for the race Ballyburn also drifting and possibly going for another race, maybe even skipping the festival altogether, I'm already fearing the worst for this race. I was lucky enough to be watching the Irish Gold Cup and was very impressed by Fat to File. I had money loaded on 2 accounts and was waiting to pull the trigger if he appeared in the Cheltenham Gold Cup betting. Of course, the best price came up on the wrong account. By the time I had loaded, I had missed a 10 to 1. I did manage to get some 7s, however, and it still has to be supplemented, but it has come into 4 to 1. The only other horse I've had a bet on, and I haven't put in a video, is in the Triumph, and it's called Kai Lung. I took 40 to 1 each way. I'm going to advise it at 33 to 1, non-runner, no bet. If you want to have a go at it, it's only ran once and beat some good horses, one of which is the aforementioned Saratoga, who has been heavily supported and tipped for the Fred Winter. The fact there's very little market support for this chap, though, makes me think he may not run. So definitely go non-runner, no bet. But if he does take his chance, he could be a lively outsider for a top trainer.
Line for the final 2 flights, 2.5 furlongs to go. Kylong with coming alongside Mon Cruise, who hit the flight very hard, and that might be a race-ending error. On the outside, Lynch's Knock digs in, then Saratoga, followed then by Moulin Lab. They race towards the final flight. Still in front is Kylong from Lynch's Knock and Saratoga, followed then by Mon Cruise. Over the final flight they go. A hill to climb now. It's Kylong giving generously here for Danny Mullins. Lynch's Knock second, third is Saratoga, and then Mon Cruise. Less than 150 yards to go. And it is Kylong most determined under Danny Mullins as they race up to the line. It is Kylong, and all the way winner of the opener. Lynch's Knock second, Saratoga and third.
So there you go. That's you guys all up to date. Sorry if this is a boring video, but I wanted to be honest about my selections before the event rather than after. I'm looking at the handicaps, but nothing to report as yet. On a bit of breaking news, the head of the Dan Skelton fan club, the one and only Handy Andy, is interested in doing a lucky 15 with me in a few weeks' time. I can't say which 2 of Dan's he's going to put up, but Dan's they will be. He doesn't seem to realise other trainers have winners too. So if you want to hear 2 carrot crunchers talking utter nonsense, it might be worth subscribing so you don't miss out. On that note, I've gone over 100 subscribers. Feels thousands to me. Thank you all. If anyone watches and doesn't subscribe, that's fine. But for a tech novice like me, it feels like a real pat on the back, and I'm genuinely grateful. As ever, thanks again for watching, and I'll get another one up soon.